Hello everyone, welcome back. We're continuing on shortly after last we paused. Um, as we were exploring, the king found out that there's monsters out and about, and they're tougher than he is right now because he has, for some reason, not found any equipment. That's going to happen. That also means we need to theoretically protect the king. So as soon as we can get some spells, we would definitely love to do the whole learning thing. I wish we had NPCs nearby to have picked up, or anything to begin the learning process so we can hire minions of some kind. But we just did learn fertile, something related to the fertile land. So right now, as much as the pub would be useful, it's a little less, and actually, yeah, we'll just put the shop there. We need some peasants, because even the peasants actually have better attack than the king. Which, personally, I disagree with, but that's fine. Need to train a couple of them. So 3. We're actually going to have Janice come down over this way and possibly kill this gatherer spider. Just because, oh man, look at all those. Each one has 7 hit points, does 1 damage. Really fast movement. And a bunch of spiderlings. So we actually have monsters in the region. Something to be scary about. Oh yeah, and one other thing, it's really exciting. They've included wandering monsters that respawn over time. So that way the game does feel like it's a living environment. You know, that things are happening around it. Just because the abstraction of tiles and terrain may appear to be what they are, it doesn't change the fact that there are opportunities for the game to actually grow beyond what we would normally associate with this. So that's exciting. You know, it'll have that strong organic feel. You know, I'm actually going to put Janisk with the king. We're going to form an army. The king has to have somebody to help him. No, you need to go back here. Alright, now you're an army, the merchant's been built, and we will continue on, see if we can find those spiders over here. The small ones, the small individual ones that are right here. Alright, as always, in case we crash, we're going to go ahead and make a save. And I can already tell you right now, I'm actually kind of digging the changes with the environments, the cities. I still would like to have seen some NPCs, but that'll happen. Okay, the king took a smack and then smashed his shield into the little spider. We gained an XP and Janice got hurt. We got 3 Gildar out of that. But at least they likely won't come after us, so there are advantages. Zoom out, zoom back in. Alright, we have a peasant in Dara finally. That's good. And now our borders have expanded enough that we can actually get the fertile land in our zone of influence. So eventually it'll unlock over here. So I'm kind of excited for that. And we must be literally at the end of the world. Oh, look at that. We are. We decided to hide in the southern continent. This looks like we're in if you were looking at the real world and it was just zoomed in on a map, we're down here in Australia for some reason. Okay, well, we can live with it. Alright. Misplaced wares. Hey, that's a chance for our king to actually find a sword. No. I don't want healing nectar, I want a sword. All these people died, but apparently nobody in the outback of Australia happened to have a sword laying around. Can't I just pick up a club? Okay, that sounds like I'm ranting. I'm gonna stop. Because it's not what I'm trying to tell. Ah, look at that. Visited my item shop. We have nothing available in the item shop that we can pick up, so we'll look at units. Ah, remember how, as I said, we need to set up another town? Well, guess what? Pioneer. You train one of these bad boys, you know, pay for it, but you train up one of those bad boys, you can then send them off to the place that you want them to set up, and we'll have another city soon. And in the meantime, we can try to get this fertile land to unlock. I don't know if it will, but eventually I'm sure it will. In the meantime, we're going to just save because it's starting to chug along, and we'll catch you in the next video. And looking over here, we've got something. We found a minor faction near our location. Looks like it's got a combat rating of 34, or a defense rating of 34. And something we had heard about in this particular case is that it has a sovereign, and in this case the sovereign apparently is married to Ayana, but they also have a special defender unit. In this case, they actually have a Drake. That is something monstrously powerful. It's got 74 hit points, an attack of 17, and a defense of 9. So they gave the little guys, as it were, they gave the little guys a nasty bite. So what happens when we click on this? Well, this is the first NPC diplomacy screen we've seen here. And what I'm looking at is we're seeing that this is Ilian Ore Keepers. Actually made me think that they were dwarves at first. I'm going to be modding in dwarves at some point myself. Just saying. Okay. Wow, he doesn't seem to like us very much. Or he actually does, and he's actually being very brutally honest, like he's from Jersey. I love Jersey. Reminds me of home, because it was my home for a long time. Alright, so it says, Ah, Ky'Riss, we've heard your tales of lust for power. Do not take our forces lightly, for we will break you if necessary. I agree, that does sound like they're going to break us. So what kind of treaty were we thinking? Let's see, I like non-aggression. So, let's see, we're not going to sweeten the deal. Let's just offer a non-aggression pact. And safe passage through each other's territory. That'd be fantastic. What do you say? Sounds great. Oh, we'd have to pump up the value to make it happen. Yeah, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to pay for these guys who have 10,000 Gildar in their pocket, where I've only got 650. So, that being said, we're going to say goodbye. But it was nice talking to you. But that can kind of tell you can actually work with that. So that gives us an actual reason to, as it were, to continue exploring. Now, when you can tell I just restarted the game, even though it's like in the middle of where we're at right now, because when you do, and at least in the betas, it pops down all the city events up to this point, and including the most recent, which in this case was a workshop in Aaron's location. What's Aaron's, you say? Well, since I'm far away from home, this is Aaron's. Aaron is a new community that I put together that is working on expanding itself. Ooh, a mine. Now, this is the fun part. We actually have 3 actual resources just sitting here waiting for us to utilize. And the door to unlock that is just waiting. Just waiting. Problem is, we don't have any food yet, and I need this fertile land to unlock to provide us that food that we're missing. And unfortunately, I cannot build any of these other locations because I don't have enough wealth yet. So, my goal, personal expectation, is to, at this point, save up 25 material, or 10 if I get to it, whatever comes first. The material, or actually I think we'll go with material, it'll use 4 of my available my land. We'll put it here next to the fertile land, and then that'll unlock it so we can actually start advancing our city. So that's seems like my current goal. Go back to the king, have him move here. The game chokes for a second, and I'll show you shortly in the next video where we've gotten to. Alright guys, talk to you shortly.